It's already pretty well established that phones have become an extensions of ourselves. Screen time is going up and up despite all the tools that are available to us exactly for preventing that very thing from happening. But I believe the number one reason why we're becoming so dependent is simply because we do more and more things in our everyday lives on our phones. A phone is a tool made to help you navigate in today's environment. And the more attachments you have for the tool, the more use you get out of it. That's why I've been slowly over time building my most useful accessories and gadgets lineup to supercharge my phone and now help you do the same. I'm a person who travels a lot and loves to have everything set for the go. So all the necessities that I carry with me needs to be as small, compact and lightweight as possible. So when I first heard about these gallium nitride chargers a couple of years back, I knew I had to try them. And they definitely live up to their hype. Now I have multiple of them and have one always set in my travel backpack. All of the ones I own are 65 watts because I found that to be even an overkill for the tech I use. I decided to go for the GaN chargers that have 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A port, and up until recently with it I was also taking these very practical 5-in-1 cables. But now that literally everything that I usually carry with me is USB-C only, I just take 2 of the USB-C to USB-C cables. Just make sure you go for a reliable manufacturer like Ugreen, Anker or Baseus. Next thing on my list that I was very hesitant to buy for a long time are these all-in-one wireless chargers that are not straight from Apple, since they charge way too much for just an accessory, and they're not even practical since they're only designed to sit on your desk and not be moved. And Apple doesn't even have their own stand, despite iPhones 14 and 15 Pro having a standby mode. And on the other hand, third-party wireless chargers usually don't have full compatibility, meaning they wouldn't charge with maximum wattage. But on top of everything, I just could never find the most practical one. But that was before I was introduced to channel sponsor Cookshoe and their X40 3-in-1 wireless charger. This is the first time I have everything I wanted in one accessory. This is by far the most practical charging stand I've seen. When unfolded, I can perfectly use it as an iPhone stand on my desk, since I use the standby mode every day, and I can also adjust the angle while being able to put it anywhere I want. With the perfect weight distribution and the base being heavier, it doesn't wobble around while using the phone. But then my favorite aspect comes into play. When I'm traveling somewhere, it so easily collapses into this tiny square that you can literally put in your pocket. So after getting to wherever I need to be, I just take it out of my bag, plug it in, and that's it. Before this, I would always need to charge everything one by one, plugging it in and out, since I would always leave my MagSafe at home because it wasn't practical. And with this X40 charger, I just plug it in and charge everything all at once, with just putting it on and everything attaches magnetically. So if you want to get one for yourself, and I highly recommend it, you can go to their website, which is linked down below, and use the promo code PAVLE to get 10% off. Apart from charging convenience, the other thing USB-C iPhone brought is the incredible data transfer. The iPhone camera has been the best smartphone camera for years now, and it became so much better with the 15 Pro. The other thing that they just introduced is the Final Cut camera app, which is at last Apple's own professional camera app. And just over the past few weeks, I've been using it so much for shooting videos for YouTube especially. And being able to transfer everything straight to this 4TB SSD I have is so convenient. There's tons of different options to go for, but I recommend going for at least 1 gigabit per second transfer speed and also 2 terabytes of storage, since video footage is becoming more and more demanding nowadays. In the Final Cut camera app, you can choose to store your videos directly to the external SSD. So for indoor shooting, I just plug it in while filming, and afterwards the SSD goes straight to my MacBook, where I open up my Final Cut project, which is also on the SSD, and start editing right away. And speaking of video creation, if you really want to step up your videography game to the next level, you definitely need a good gimbal and a phone stabilizer. And that is where Insta360 comes into play. With their Insta360 flow, you have a 3x stabilization, which really helps me with some more demanding shots while creating for YouTube or Instagram. I also always really appreciate a good product design, and everything for me needs to be simple and intuitive to use, and this product checks out all the boxes. When I first got it, I was like, oh, this thing doesn't come with a tripod, and you need to get one separately or upgrade your package. But then I realized the tripod is built into the device, which is such a good engineering decision. Compared to the stabilizer I used previously, where I needed to take the tripod separately and screw it in every time, it's compact and very easy to put it in a backpack, and in this small design they also didn't sacrifice the battery one bit. 12 hours, which is way more than you would ever need. The smart wheel is where you have all your controls, and it is also touch sensitive, so by rotating it you switch between certain modes like auto, flow or FPV for different types of tracking. On the other side of the wheel you have this circle for zooming in and out, and you can in the Insta360 app slow down the zoom speed, which I really recommend for getting these cinematic shots. The app itself is very well designed with professionals in mind, with easy to access manual mode to adjust everything about your shot. Also, the controls and going around the system is so well made with all the buttons on the stabilizer itself. Now I always make sure to carry it with me wherever I'm traveling, since it makes such an amazing shots. And I also often like to use this 21:9 professional film mode that also has color grading built in. So if you want to get one for yourself or anything else from their website, you can use the link down below and use my promo code to get a good discount. And for the last thing I have for you, I've been for a long time searching for a perfect power bank for me. One that can last me a couple days if needed and can charge all my accessories and gadgets. I searched through a bunch of different options, from the ones that have a built-in wireless charger to the ones with a straight up solar panel on them. But I finally landed on this one. It's 30,000 milliamp hours. 30,000, the absolute largest one I could find, so that makes it being able to charge your phone 4 to 6 times. And it's just on the limit of being airplane safe. It has 2 USB-A's and a USB-C port for fast charging, but the two features that I love the most are none of the ones that I mentioned. On the front, the power bank has this simple display for viewing the battery life as well as the total power output. And the other thing that I absolutely love about it is this flashlight. And now that I use it, I think every power bank should come with a flashlight. And that has been it. These are my top 5 gadgets that I cannot live without, and hopefully it inspired you to make the absolute best use out of your phone and other accessories. Don't forget to use the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.